welcome to Sunday Dusk. And here's your host, Corvus Twig.
It's too much cheering. Y'all people need to calm down. Somebody just tried to run up on stage and security had to pull him back. That was a lot. That was a lot. Okay, y'all can calm down now. Tell y'all to calm down. Calm down. Y'all done? You done? Okay. Welcome everybody to Sunday Dusk. Oh, what a wonderful Sunday it is. It is the day before Memorial Day. And so today we shall honor dead people who died protecting the interests of capital, who wanted to secure their profits overseas. So thank you, our brave soldiers who were able to do that. I guess World War II and before. I'm okay with veterans. Those are good veterans, and you really can't really blame. Actually, the thing I have is like veterans and Memorial Days. I actually respect the soldiers. I don't respect the wars. I don't respect the people that send the wars. But yeah, the soldiers are good. Like, it's the people are like, well, why would you sign up to go, fight in a war to promote corporate interests? It's like, it's a valid question. But the reason is because for some people, joining the military is the only way to get out of pretty tough circumstances. For some people, it's the only way they'll ever be able to pay for college or to get VA benefits. And, especially in lower income communities, it's, I understand. I wish I didn't have to do it, but no, Hasio, service does not guarantee citizenship in the United States. Immigrants who come here and serve do not get citizenship. They get fast-tracked to citizenship, but it is not guaranteed. Yeah, it's not. Actually, there's this podcast I listen to called What's Ray Saying? It's Dr. Ray Christian, and he's a former soldier, and he grew up as a, poor black Southerner, and he talks about his history in the military and how, he doesn't like the military-industrial complex. He's very much an anti-war, military person these days, but he talks about how the military shaped him and why he joined and what it was like for most soldiers in there. It comes from a good perspective. What's Ray saying? Go check it out. Go check it out because he also teaches a lot about Black history. Very, very good. Also, he might be coming on the show at some point. I don't know. It's iffy, but I'm not gonna promise that. I'm making no promises because things can change. But he's a cool guy. But yeah, Memorial Day. It's nice. It's a Monday off of work. That's why I'm excited today, because it's Sunday night, and after a long weekend, it gets to be longer. I get to go back. Of course, the thing is, I already did my barbecue today. I made grilled up some jerk chicken. It was chicken that was a jerk. Okay, I just marinated it in some jerk sauce. Put that on the grill. And then fried up some potatoes and Brussels sprouts. Oh, good, crispy Brussels sprouts. Oh, tasty. Food was safe in the fridge. Oh, yeah. Power was only out for about 3 hours, Hasio, so everything was fine. Yeah, the power outage was bad, but it was short enough that no, we didn't lose anything due to spoilage. We kept the doors closed. It was fine. Everything was fine. Everything was totally fine. No gastrointestinal issues today. I mean, also the chicken, we did, then put it on a grill and heat it to 165 degrees internal temperature, which is a safe cooking temperature for chicken. It was delicious. Potatoes, Brussels sprouts, chicken, tasty. Maybe I'll have some dessert later. I don't know. But I'm very excited. So Thursday evening, or was it Friday? No, it was Friday. Friday evening, my girlfriend and I watched Mad Max Fury Road. And it was good times. It was very good times. She had never seen it before, and God, I love that movie. And why? Well, tomorrow, we're going to see Furiosa. We're going to go see Furiosa tomorrow. We got a 11:40 a.m. showing. So you can catch a little matinee. And go see another George Miller classic because we love those Mad Max movies, especially Fury Road and Furiosa. I mean, it's Mad Max Fury Road, but I mean, Furiosa was really the kind of the main character in that movie, and she was great. Charlize Theron was great. We loved it. Yes, a mad today, Casio, a mad today. But yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's gonna be good times. Gonna be real good times, I'm sure. It's I haven't really. I've been intentionally trying to avoid stuff. I know it's a prequel movie, but I don't want to know too much about it. I want to go in fresh and just be like, yeah, that was awesome, because I'm sure it'll be awesome, because they put the same heart and care into it they did Fury Road. There's no way it's not gonna be great. There's no way. Yeah, we're taking a little break from Twig's Missing Movies because Dre Frage's on vacation this week. But Twig's Missing Movies will be coming back soon. And either Tora or Bunny's going to be the next guest. And we're going to do either Megamind with Bunny or Girl Interrupted with Tora. After that, who knows who the next Twig's Missing Movie guest will be. But there's a lot of people who have shown interest in coming on. And there's a lot of movies I still need to see. But yeah. We're gonna get through there, and it's gonna be fun times. It's gonna be fun times. So, I hope you're all having a wonderful evening, and hope you have a great rest of your week. But we're gonna get into the news now. I think we should do some newsy times. Oop, I don't have my news thing up yet. Give me a second. The Word document that. Okay. All right. Well, my first story comes from a state that is very near to me and somewhat dear to me. It comes from Wisconsin. New and improved PowerPoint. Well, I mean, look, to you guys, it's not going to really look any different because it's just opening the old file and using the same things. The only thing is really you're going to notice different on your end is that I can embed YouTube videos right in the PowerPoint, which is nice. Yes. It comes from, so here we have the capital of Wisconsin. The Capitol building, specifically, in Madison, Wisconsin. And it might be a little hard to tell in that picture there, but I mean, you see those beautiful flowers, and that's the greenery, but there's another plant in that flower bed that is not supposed to be there. And that they have now just had to spend thousands and thousands of dollars removing. Was it poison ivy? No, it wasn't poison ivy. Was it some sort of thorny bush that was, pricking people? No, it wasn't a thorny bush that was pricking people. No. Hasio knows what it is. It is indeed star-shaped and makes you feel good. Yes. There were cannabis plants growing in the gardens of the Wisconsin State Capitol. Now, Wisconsin has not yet legalized all the full marijuana things. There's some minor legalization, but the workers have removed the plants, but they couldn't determine if it was marijuana or hemp, both forms of cannabis, but they weren't exactly sure. But they were pulled up, weeded out, and taken away. Now, they said that they had a botanist examine them to confirm that they were indeed cannabis plants. But they were certain that these were not accidental. They weren't some buds or something that fell in there. These were almost certainly planted intentionally. Now, marijuana is still completely legal, and they were getting ready to start hearing a bill, but the Wisconsin State Senate that I'll just like to say the Wisconsin State Senate that was elected, the Republicans lost the popular vote across the state for their state senate, but got a supermajority because they were the most gerrymandered state in the country. Maybe not quite as bad as Texas, but one of the most gerrymandered. Yeah, the Republicans lost the popular vote and got a supermajority of seats. Yeah, that's fair. That sounds right. Yeah. But now things are changing. New maps. The selection's going to change things up in Wisconsin, and maybe they'll finally get some... Because, come on. Packer fans deserve to have some edibles, don't they? I mean, they do anyway. I go visit my girlfriend's dad lives in Green Bay, and they just get it from it's kind of funny. Fireworks are illegal here in Minnesota, but weed is illegal in Wisconsin. So Wisconsinites drive to Minnesota to get weed, and Minnesotans drive to Wisconsin to buy fireworks. Because it's dumb. Yeah, it's dumb. But anyway, there's now no more marijuana growing there, but people think that it might have been planted there as a protest to the bill being killed by the Wisconsin State Senate. And, yeah, that's what happens. So, thank you to Todd Richmond of the Associated Press for the article Up in Smoke. Workers remove dozens of apparent marijuana plants from Wisconsin Capitol Tulip Garden. Lovely. Lovely. Oh, yes, we love our interstate commerce. So interstate. So commercial. Now, my next video comes from a zoo in China. God, how many zoos in China are we going to cover on the show? A lot. But here's chimpanzee. Look at this little chimpanzee. His name is Dong Dong. And what you see in his mouth is a croc. A croc that fell into his pen. But Dong Dong, the 14-year-old chimpanzee, is a helpful ape. And here's where the new thing is handy. Check this out. We have video. So we got the chimp. Got the shoe. Hold it in his mouth.
他这样说话，
主人来了，扔出来。哎，鞋子拿出来。
他能听懂。
聪明，主人。往这边扔。快点。往这儿扔。哎呀，There
we go. He gave the kid her shoe back. What a nice and helpful little chimp. Is that cute? Okay, you go away. So, yeah. I mean, that's just a cute, fun little story that they caught on video. But apparently, other things have fallen into the enclosure before. And Dong Dong is a very helpful little chimp and throws the items back to the people. He's like, oh, that's their thing. They dropped it. And, it's cool. And apparently, at this same zoo, there was an elephant that also picked up something and handed it back to people. So I guess at this zoo, it's at the Shandiaoshan Wild Animal Nature Reserve in Weihai City in the Shandong province is where this takes place. And apparently the animals there are very helpful. Yeah, I feel like most primates would be able to understand. Yeah, I think so. I mean, chimps are smart. Chimps are smart. They're brutal and vicious animals, but they're smart. They're smart. So good on you, Dong Dong. So thanks, Ben Hooper, for the UPI for the article, Chimpanzee Returns Zoo Visitors Dropped Shoe. I guess I also got to thank the New York Post. I posted that video on YouTube, but fuck the New York Post. They suck. Hi, Sentai VT. Thank you for the cute cat emotes. We like cute cat emotes. All right. Now, our next one comes from Vermont State University. And here we have a cat. This cat's name is Max. Max has been a resident at the university, studying, doing what cats do. But recently, the Vermont State University, well, they liked this cat. They wanted to honor this cat, Max. He's hanging out with the college students. He's very friendly. He's been there about 4 years, so it's now that he's been on campus for 4 years, they've decided that that is a good enough tenure, and Max the cat has been bestowed an honorary degree. He is now a doctor of literature. Yeah, that's right. This cat is now a doctorate of literature. Yep, that's the thing. Yeah. They they love this kitty. They wanted to give him a little honorary doctorate, so we got a little Dr. Kitty. He said that, unfortunately, though, Max will not be participating in the graduation ceremony, and as far as we know, he's just going to be hanging around on campus. But hey, good job, Max. Congratulations on your new... I mean, it's an honorary degree, but hey, a degree's a degree. You'll take it. It'll really improve your job credential abilities, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, thank you, Javier Arcega of the Associated Press, for the article. Max the Cat is now a Doctor of Literature from Vermont State University. All right. One more story for you today. Another one from the Associated Press. They had some good stuff in their weird news segment this week. Now, this is about a little restaurant called The Famous Taco. Now, an interesting thing happened in regards to this restaurant. For you see, this restaurant wanted to open up a location in a strip mall. They wanted to be able to have a nice little taco shop. But unfortunately, there was bureaucratic red tape in the way. For you see, the spot in this, there are certain regulations with restaurants, and they're requiring to have diversity in certain types of places. And only certain types of restaurant would be allowed to move in based off of what else was in the strip mall. And based off of what was there, the only places that would be allowed in this particular spot are made-to-order or Subway-style sandwiches. Or specifically, the full quote is, a sandwich bar-style restaurant whose primary business is to sell made-to-order or Subway-style sandwiches. So, they're saying this taco place, which made tacos to order, wasn't allowed because it's only for sandwiches. So the owners of The Famous Taco decided to take it to court to challenge this ruling. And in a ruling in Fort Wayne, Indiana, an Indiana judge has declared tacos and burritos are Mexican-style sandwiches. That's right, a taco and burrito is legally, in Fort Wayne, Indiana, a sandwich. Now, obviously, this is going to cause a great bit of controversy. Personally, do I say it's a sandwich? No, I don't. No, I don't. And you may say, Twig, well, what is your criteria for determining whether something is or is not a sandwich? And, well, my criteria is very simple. For you see, we have a descriptive language. And, well, exactly, Sentai VT, but we gotta be, here's my rule for determining whether something is a sandwich or is not a sandwich. If you would never refer to an item as a sandwich outside of a discussion over whether it is or is not a sandwich, then it is not a sandwich. So people may say, well, is a hot dog a sandwich? Well, other than the debates over whether it is or is not a sandwich, nobody has ever referred to a hot dog as a sandwich. Nobody's going to say, hey, can I have that sandwich over there? Or like, oh, look at that nice plate of sandwiches when there's a hot dog or a plate of hot dogs. You don't use it. Nobody refers to it as a sandwich, so you may argue whether it is or isn't a sandwich, but if you're not referring it to as a sandwich in normal parlance, then it's not a sandwich. But legal definitions are different than language definitions. So I think in the instance of is it or isn't a sandwich in terms of being categorized, yeah, I actually would rule with the judge on this one and say, you know what? It's a bread-like product with ingredients on the inside of it. It fits our definition of a sandwich. It's just a Mexican style. They can open their taco, because honestly, to rule against it would mean no taco shop. And you gotta have taco shops. We love taco shops. So now they have their request has been allowed, and they are now allowed to sell tacos in this strip mall. Hooray! A victory for us all. Went to an American-themed Tex-Mex place in Italy, and it was baller. Why don't we have Cowboy Big Burger restaurants here, actually? I mean, I went to like a Wild West themed, like a Wild West American themed restaurant in Poland, and that place was awesome. And they went hard on it. It's great theming. I love American themed restaurants in other countries because it's interesting the parts they take away and how much of it is local and how much of it is. It's fun. It's fun. Yeah, I love when countries try and do takes on other cuisine. I mean, come on. That's how we got American Chinese food, which is objectively delicious. Is it authentic to China? No, but who cares because it's good as hell. I want my cream cheese wontons. I don't care if I can't get a cream cheese wonton in most parts of China. I want my cream cheese wontons. Don't deny me my cream cheese wontons, which I would say, according to this ruling, are a sandwich. And that's all I have to say. Egg rolls are a sandwich based off of this ruling, as long as it's made to order. See, that's the thing. It's the made to order thing. Because it's like, I guess it was a pre-made egg roll that they just fried. That wouldn't count. But the famous taco place counts because they're making your tacos and burritos right in front of you, like, kind of like you would at a Subway or a Chipotle. So, it fits. It fits. It fits. Those, thank you, Stan Sassina of the Associated Press for the article, Indiana Judge Opens Door for New Eatery Finding Tacos and Burritos Are Mexican-Style Sandwiches. And that's all I got for the news today. All right. Well, I suppose I should probably, like, get behind the desk. Because, the desk is comfy. Can you get back there? Come on, get me back there. Push the button. There we go. All right, well, I suppose it's time, Sunday Dusk ain't about the news. Sunday Dusk ain't about, me. It's about my guest. And boy, do I have a great guest. Somebody I met a while ago. Former Jet Birdie contestant. She's a cute little artist. And she goes by the name of Tiruff Misu. So everybody, welcome on Tiruff Misu!
Woo! Woo! It me! It me! I have something to say. Whatever that noise was. So
that was squishy. That was squishy.
I don't get to hear it because I'm in the port.
Yeah, unfortunately, the OBS sounds don't go through Discord. It's fine. It's fine.
It's totally fine.
Well, what?
But I can see them. No, I was listening to the sandwich debate. So I have a I'm not sure if whoever's not familiar with me, I use words wrong.
Uh-oh. So,
yeah, I use words wrong because it makes little things in my life feel more magical. So you were like, if you wouldn't call this a sandwich an everyday, then is it a sandwich? So I actually refer to what most people might call a tuna sandwich as a tuna dog.
Okay, please elaborate.
You just put the tuna in a little hot dog bun, and it's a tuna dog.
Oh, well, in a hot dog bun. I've never tried it like that, but I bet that would be pretty good.
Yeah, I usually will put I'm real fancy with my ghetto food. I butter up my little hot dog bun, and then I take the tuna and I put like lemon pepper and crushed red pepper in the tuna with the mayonnaise, and then I toast up the bread and I put the tuna mixture in the tuna dog.
That sounds pretty good to me. I mean, that's not too different from what I do. Yeah, I like mixing the tuna with the mayo and then adding some spices and seasoning into it. Really, really elevates it. Sometimes I like a little cayenne pepper in there to get a little spicy tuna sandwich.
Yeah, that's why I put the crushed red pepper in there usually. Yeah, but yeah, I call it a tuna dog.
Interesting. Now, to me, to make it be a dog, you'd have to take that tuna and then put it into like a casing.
Like a sausage?
Yeah, like a sausage casing, and then which is doable. That's definitely doable.
You can do that.
You can do that if you're so inclined. But honestly, I think being in the tube would not make it better. I think you'd want to just have it loose like you make it. I think that would be.
I like it. It is essentially just a tuna sandwich, but I only have ever called it a tuna dog.
I mean, I feel like people don't use hot dog buns as often as they could for certain kinds of sandwiches. Like, okay, get yourself a bag of frozen chicken tenders. Cook one of them up.
Ooh.
Put that chicken tender in the hot dog bun. Squirt maybe a little honey mustard or some buffalo sauce, or I mean, it's chicken tender. Whatever sauce you like on a chicken tender, you can just squirt it across it, and then you eat it like a little chicken tendy hot dog.
Yeah, you can use. I use the little hot dog buns as just like little sandwiches, cause I don't know. I mean, what is a little hot dog bun if not just a tiny sub sandwich?
It really, I mean, you're totally right. You're totally right. And anything, you almost could use it to like, hey, I'm gonna have 2 of these and put slightly different ingredients on each one, so you can add a little variety to it.
Yeah, make you a little smorgasbord.
A smorgasbord.
Smorgasbord.
A smorgasbord. A smorgasbord. Yeah, this sounds like something.
Smorgasbord.
Yeah, it's what the Swedish chef would make.
I don't know him personally, but I've heard of him. He lives on that Sesame Street.
Does he? I mean, he's a Muppet.
Is he not?
He's a Muppet, but I don't know if he's ever
Is he
been on
just a
Sesame
Muppet?
Street.
I thought
Also,
he was.
oh my god! I didn't realize the candy you gave me was so big.
My offering. I'm sorry.
No, it's
sorry,
okay.
I had
it
to.
was just.
It fell out of my pocket. I'm sorry.
It's not that big. It was just Rodney was just dangling it in front of the camera.
Oh my gosh!
Since
What
we're
a
talking
jokester.
food, it made me hungry. So no.
Yeah, get you a little snack. Thank you. I have a bag of candy myself. I have Smarties though.
Oh, we like Smarties. We stand Smarties.
Yeah.
But,
big candy fan.
Well, what? Actually, it's a good question. What is your favorite candy?
Oh my god, I can't choose this. It always changes. Well, when I say I have Smarties right now, I am sitting next to a 5-pound bag of Smarties right now. I be eating. It's a lot of I have them to share, but I also don't ever have anyone over, so I don't know why I have them to share. But just in case, I have a whole bunch.
Now,
but I've just been kind of chipping away at them.
Now, there's 2 different candies that are called Smarties. Are you talking like the little?
It's like a Canadian one.
Yeah, like the Canadian and European ones are more like what do we call them?
Yeah, they're like M&Ms.
Yeah, they're like.
In Canada, they're called Rockets. They're the chalky, sugary ones.
Yeah. Okay. So you have the chalky, sugary ones. Okay.
Yeah.
Are perfectly acceptable. Some people hate them. They're like, ugh, they're gross. Like, no, they're not. They're good.
I have controversial candy opinions. I really like the conversation hearts, which I have heard.
That is definitely a controversial opinion. There are some.
I love them. Oh my gosh! Whenever Halloween, whenever Valentine's Day happens, I get one of like every brand because I want to see what the different ones taste like.
Okay, but you've just come up with a great point now. They should have ones that are pumpkin shaped and have words written on them that are like spooky words for Halloween.
That is such a good idea. I would buy the bejesus out of them, but they already have a controversial Halloween candy.
Oh?
Yeah, candy corn.
Oh, Look, I like candy corn. Candy corn's good.
I like candy corn too, but not everyone likes candy corn.
I mean, I guess, that's fine. That's fine.
Everyone's allowed to be wrong.
What's the brand? Is it like Brock's is the brand?
Brock's. Yeah. They also do the Sweethearts too. Brock's does
but
they're like controversial candy experts out there.
But they did like flavor mixes. They did like a Thanksgiving dinner candy corn set. And so it had like a pumpkin pie flavored one, a turkey flavored one, a mashed potatoes flavored one. And it was like all in the bag, and it was like a bunch of the different things that were in a Thanksgiving dinner, but like flavored as candy corn in a bag together.
Didn't they do that in Willy Wonka?
Yeah, probably they did that in Willy Wonka, but this is real, and it was a product that you could go to the store and buy and eat.
That's crazy.
One of the podcasts I listened to, they did like a little taste test on it, and they said that they said the pumpkin pie one was really good. They said the turkey one was like not bad, but a little weird. And I think they said there was I think it was like a green bean one that I think they said was just absolutely disgusting.
I love green beans. I can't imagine how that would translate into candy. That sounds very gross.
Well, they said it tasted nothing like a green bean, and yeah.
All right, well that's probably where they went wrong.
I mean, I do like good green beans. I like to take green beans, get a skillet, and put down some coconut oil. Get that
Ooh.
nice and melted. Then you fry the green beans in the coconut oil, and then you add in some minced garlic at the end
Ooh.
with a little bit of salt and pepper. And oh, you got the
That sounds
coconut,
good.
garlic, green beans. Oh, so good. So this is, by the way, everybody, Sunday Dust this week is a food.
We're just talking about
We're just talking
food.
about food this week. But hey,
Well, I am kind of wearing like a chef outfit.
a little bit. I could see somebody cooking in that. You'd probably get some burns on your arm. So maybe you're cooking something that doesn't
Yeah.
involve too much oil.
I
Yeah.
actually designed it to look like a cooking thing because my name is Tiruff, like Tiruff Misu, like a baking.
Oh, I mean, I do love a good tiramisu. I've always been afraid to ask if you were named after a tiramisu, and I'm like, is that an intentional pun or am I missing something?
No, it is intentional. However, every time I try to like look myself up, it always is like, "Did you mean tiramisu?" And I'm like, "No, put respect on my name. There are F's there."
I just get COVID-19 twig. It's
No, that sucks.
Well, actually,
the Google.
for anybody who's watching that doesn't know, why don't you tell us a little bit about your lore and about you?
Oh yeah, hey, so if you don't know me, my name is Tiruff Misu. I am a Cerberus VTuber. I don't have any complicated like lore that's like I'm trying to steal all your souls because that's my thing and I'm trying to like drag you to hell or anything. I'm just a humble worker puppy. I just guard the gates as part of the family business. It's not as all flashy as they want you to think. I'm not like a decorated person. I'm just a glorified security guard.
Mm-hmm. Of course, I have to ask the question, and I know you've been asked it a million times, and you're probably sick of answering,
Of
but
course.
where are the other two heads?
So, it's been a long time since Cerberus have had 3 heads. We kind of got domesticated out to look more friendly because of customer service and stuff. Nobody's really trying to be escaping. It's a different time and it requires a different kind of look. I mean, you might argue that eugenics is wrong, but it is happening we are domesticated, we are dogs.
Look,
So,
when
it
it
is
comes
what you
to
do.
dogs, we don't call it eugenics. We prefer the term selective breeding.
All right. Well, there has it's not as common anymore, but you can definitely see the outcomes. We don't have the 3 heads anymore, but sometimes we have weird birth defects from the recessive genes. So I actually have you see my little ponytail?
Yeah, it's still curly.
It's not a ponytail. It's just a little snake. There's a little snake in there. It grows fur, so I try to grow it out so it looks more like a ponytail, but it's a little snake in there.
Wow.
I know.
Somebody tries to sneak up on you from behind and give you a hug from behind, it could end very badly for them.
It doesn't. It's vestigial. It doesn't have any. It just looks like a snake.
Oh, okay. So we're not.
Yeah,
You're not.
it doesn't bite.
I thought maybe you had a little gorgon in you or something.
No. It comes from It starts with an echinida.
An echidna.
Yeah. It's not echidna. Not like Knuckles.
Oh, not like Knuckles. Okay.
Not like Knuckles. Not like Knuckles. But this Cerberus's original, Papa or Mama.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like a snake monster.
All I know is that in the game Hades, when it first came out, you could not pet Cerberus, and then people were like, "Why can't you pet Cerberus?" And then
Why can't you?
And then they added in the ability to pet Cerberus, and actually made petting him 20 times a requirement to get to his full relationship level. So,
that's so cute. I love that. They're like, "You want to pet the dog? You have to pet him 20 times."
Yes. You must pet the dog. It is no longer an option. It is mandatory if you want completion.
Yeah. That's so
I love
cute.
that game. But a lot of people I know have been streaming Hades too, and it's just like, nope, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm trying to black myself out as much as possible because I want to play that game when it is done, and I don't want to see the early access.
I was gonna say it's in early access, right? So they probably are gonna change a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I've actually never played either of the Hades games. I haven't played the old one, and I know, and it seems like a game I would really like because the Greek lore, the art is so good, and it's just, I like hack and slash, but I'm not usually a big fan of roguelike. So that's kind of what puts me off.
It's not, I mean, it's roguelike. It's very, very roguelike. And that, like, I mean, what the roguish aspects of it are is that, like, okay, you have a run and you go as deep into the run as you can. And if you die once, you have to restart the run over. But the
Right.
randomization, it's just like, yeah, which chambers you enter in which order are slightly randomized, but, like, the gameplay in each chamber, it's like, there's nothing, like, it's just basically, okay, well, I got layout A instead of layout B this time, but I'm still facing the same types of enemies in the same region. So it's like, it's, the randomness is very, very little. And then, like, more of the randomness comes in, like, what boons you get and, like, how you make your build each run. But, like,
Well, I have been playing like Cult of the Lamb, and I feel like it's probably kind of like that in terms of like how roguelike it is in quotations.
mm-hmm.
Like it's not really that much different.
Well, I would
Or I
recommend
don't
it
know.
because Hades is,
Yeah, I've heard it's really good.
it's real good, and you can probably get it pretty cheap. It goes on sale a lot. You can probably get it for $10 or less pretty
I
frequently.
can probably. Yeah, it's like I think I have it actually. I
Alright.
think someone got it for me for my birthday one year, and I just never played it. I think it's just chilling on my Switch,
Oh,
my
God.
Switch Lite.
I don't know how many games I have that people have gifted to me and then I didn't play them, and I feel so bad about
Oh
it.
my gosh.
I'm
I
sorry,
know.
Bentai. I'm gonna get to Disco Elysium. I swear. I swear.
Oh, Disco Elysium. I've never played. There's so many games that I'm like, I've never played this game, but I've heard it's good.
I know, but it's just
There's
like,
just so many games in general. There's just
well,
so many games.
I think a lot of it for me is that life and the world have been stressful recently.
Oh
And
man,
there's
yeah.
something about going back to games you're familiar with that are just comfortable, that just,
I am
you know,
Yeah, I am the worst about doing new media. I'm like, why would I ever play a different game when I can play Sonic Adventure 2 for the 4 billionth time?
and that's the thing, is that there's something very comfortable about the familiar. And even if you've beaten it before and you know the story beats, there's something very comfortable about it. And when you're stressed out, going back to a piece of media, whether it's watching a movie, TV show, game, book, whatever, something that you know and you like, you know, there's just like, you don't have to worry about it being, it's like, you know, it's not gonna suck because you know that you like
Yeah.
it already.
And I think that I also really like story, like narrative games, and having to like intake a new like story is a lot for my brain.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't want to think. I already know what's gonna happen. Just let me jump on robots and give the chow whatever the heck this metal thing is.
Exactly.
Kiss this animal.
You know, I've never played a Sonic game past the Genesis ones.
Really?
Yep, never played a Sonic Adventure. I heard that the new 2D one that plays like the old ones is pretty good.
The Generations?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called, yeah.
I've heard Sonic Generations is good. I've never played that one actually. I haven't played a lot of Sonic games as much as I really like them.
All I know is that they screwed up casting in the movies. Idris Elba should have been Shadow instead of Knuckles.
No, Idris Elba is so good as Knuckles. I'm sorry. Idris
I
Elba is such a good Knuckles.
Knuckles is supposed to be a punk teenager.
No, he's not.
In the games, at least in the games I played, Knuckles was like a punk teenager who was easily duped by Robotnik. Not Eggman, Robotnik.
I always thought that Eggman was just like them making fun of him. I never, and then they were like, no, that's just his name now.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've never played a game that had Rouge the Bat or.
Oh, but she's hot.
Yeah, yeah.
What? I'm
No problem
sorry.
with that. Got no
What?
problem
I was
with
gonna
that.
say, I love her. I love her so much.
Actually, that's a good segue because one of the things
I
that
did.
you very much like to do is art.
Draw bat titties. Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess I like to do
so
art too.
I guess I might as well throw it up on the screen. Here's
Oh,
a
my
piece of art
wife.
you did. Rouge
I
the Bat
did,
sitting
and I'd
on
do
a
it again.
Chaos Emerald, and yeah,
That's the Master Emerald. She's on Angel Island.
Yeah.
Lore. Sonic lore.
Wearing that skin tight suit with those big ass titties barely
Oh
contained.
my god, I love her. I love how unnecessarily hot she is. They didn't have to make her so hot. In the so an interesting fact I actually did not know. There's a show, well, I knew that the show existed, but I never watched it, and it also changed from the Japanese to English release. Anyway, Sonic X, one of the last things that Robotnik says in Sonic X is he looks Rouge dead in her face and says, "You have big boobs," and she smacks him. And that's the last thing that Eggman says in that series, period. In the Japanese. I don't know what he says in English or if it even got that far in the translation.
I mean, it feels like smacking him might not be. I mean, it feels like her response should be, "I know."
Thanks.
Like,
I
I feel
don't
like
know,
a woman
it's
with big boobs and someone just says, "You have big boobs," the response would just be like, yeah, I know."
Yeah, I think it's that anime thing where it's like, "Oh, you commented on my titties, so I'm gonna give you a smack." I feel like that's all. Like if they're like point out anything that they interpret as like being perverted, they will just be like assault.
Yeah.
I think it's just like an anime trope.
It is. And, you know, I wonder how many people watch anime or something and think that's what Japanese people actually act like.
God, no.
It isn't. They're just normal people.
They wouldn't even get that. They wouldn't talk to anyone like that. I don't think. I think that's considered incredibly rude.
That's one of the reasons I dislike so many anime is that the characters don't act anything like a real person would act. And I know that you gotta like, for especially like anime that's more directed at kids. I understand it's a kid show. You gotta elevate it. But it's just like, I don't know. So, like, I tried watching My Hero Academia, and God, the main character annoyed me so much I couldn't keep watching. Because it's like nobody.
You don't like Midoriya?
No, I'd say I did.
Oh really? I like Midoriya.
I mean,
I think that I think he reacts.
I don't like the character Naruto, but I did.
That's fair.
But I liked enough of the side characters that I ended up watching a lot of it. I mean, we're talking. Oh God, 20 years ago.
Oh God. Oh no. I watched some of the original, like the first couple seasons of the not Shippuden Naruto, and somebody actually talked to me the other day. They were like, "Have you seen Shippuden?" I was like, "No, I have not."
I've never seen Shippuden.
No, I will. I'm kind of off of shonens lately. I don't really watch shonens much.
Boruto's now it's in Shippuden phase. Oh God, they just got to keep it going. They just got to keep it going. That's the biggest problem with shonen anime. It just keeps going and going.
That's kind of my thing. That's kind of why.
Give me a 24 episode series that has a completed arc in 24 episodes and tells a story, or even 13 episodes. You know, like a little mini series or something. It's just like,
yeah,
you know, maybe the story's too long to tell in a movie. So, but give me a complete story, and none of this Inuyasha bullshit of will they, won't they for 500 goddamn episodes.
I really liked Inuyasha when I first watched it, but I haven't watched it since I was little, so it might not be good. I don't know if I can, in good conscience, recommend Inuyasha to anybody.
Look, when I was just a little tiny bird in the 90s, I absolutely loved Tenchi Muyo.
Oh
and
God!
I'm afraid to watch
I don't know if I was like, I don't know if you
bad.
can watch it again.
It's probably bad.
It probably is.
I can keep my fond memories. Now the 90s anime that I watched as a kid and have rewatched since that holds up and is still an all-time classic is Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop is
everybody loves Cowboy Bebop.
It's so good. It's just a good show.
Timeless.
And again, 24 episodes tells its story and then
it's
done.
I do think some stories need more time to tell their story, but I think in shonen I'm like, surely we didn't need all this.
Surely
most
we
of the
don't
time.
need 5 episodes of Goku powering up to fight Frieza.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like, again with this, my biggest issue with shonen is that it is basically the same arc every time.
Yeah.
Like nobody really learns anything. There's no real consequences. Like the biggest consequence is like somebody dies, but usually it's like, so what? I don't know. I don't usually care. Even whenever I watched My Hero for a while, and even when I guess people would like die, I'd be like, okay, so what? I don't know that guy.
Yeah.
Who's him? I don't know him from Adam.
I want to show off a few more pieces of your art here.
Oh, please, thank you.
All right, so this one. Who's this?
So she I think has since graduated, but
oh, it's a VTuber.
That's Hilo. And she was a VTuber. Her Twitter is still somewhat active. And this was when she was doing her rebrand. She reached out to me to do a piece for her merch. So this was a t-shirt at one point. It's not anymore, but it was on a t-shirt. And I felt so bad because you see like I should have stretched it out because whenever it went to print, there was very obvious like where the fade cut off on the floor. Like you could see like the lines, and I was like, oh God, I didn't think about that. And I was like, oh no. And I didn't know until I saw it on the t-shirt. I was like, oh no, I am so sorry. I should have known. I don't know. I didn't know what it was for. So I was like,
gradients do not work as a fadeaway on printed fabric, sadly.
Yep. I didn't know what this was gonna be. She was just like, hey, it's for merch. And I was like, oh, okay. So it could have been like,
it looks great on. I mean, it's great.
Like as a little poster.
Or... Yeah, but like on a T-shirt, you'd almost just want to get rid of the gradient completely and just have it be a hard oval. You know?
Yeah, or just like take the background out entirely, almost like just no floor. Like it would be fine as just like the shadow. But I had no idea. I was just like, okay, sure. Yeah. And then I saw it on the T-shirt, and I was like, oh no.
All I know is that I want a piece of that strawberry cheesecake. That looks delicious.
Oh, thank you. I think it looks really good.
Yeah, it looks really good.
She posted it again on like Cheesecake Day. I was like, oh, I'm honored.
Also, I want that table.
Thank you. I designed it.
Oh, you did? Oh, it's awesome.
I designed it. Yeah. Thank you.
I want that table and chair.
I designed both of those.
Like, I want that chair, but that chair would have to be powder coated, and the fabric on that seat being like waterproof, so that because it'd be a nice little outdoor bistro table.
That's true. Yeah. It does read very out. Yeah, it looks like it's at a cafe or something.
Yeah. You can have good cushions outside. You just gotta have the right fabric and foam.
Yeah, make sure it's waterproof.
Yeah.
Dia de Muertes table? A little bit. I was kind of inspired by like the doilies.
Yeah, it's like a skull doily. I like it.
Yeah.
It's good design. Good design.
Thank you.
All right.
Try.
Now, what's the story behind this? Because this looks like some Japanese sodas that are rad as hell.
It is exactly that. So this is fan art for a game called Pop Off 2. So actually, if you play Pop Off 2, so it's one of those like only up Bennett Foddy type games where you're like climbing up and up and you're trying to get to the top, and if you fall far.
So kind of like Jump King almost.
Yeah, it's one of those kind of games, and you can play with other people.
Oh, fun.
So yeah, I got to play this game and with the dev and with a couple other people. Yeah, it was really fun. I am so bad at these kind of games, so it was very beneficial for me to have the dev there and have a lot of people carrying me. It was really fun. And they actually recently contacted me, and they're gonna put this art on the Steam page.
Awesome.
So that'll be fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it's a really good art. I mean, you're clearly quite talented. And I'm guessing this is all digital art. Are you using like a tablet and?
Yeah, I have a Cintiq.
Okay, and are you using like what's the software you use? Clip Studio Paint?
Clip Studio. Yeah, I use Clip Studio.
It's really good. Like, you know, for photo editing, not that good, but for like drawing and tablet drawing with all the brushes and stuff, oh my god, it's so much better than. than Photoshop.
Yeah, Clip Studio is mostly a drawing program. It's not bad for photo editing. I use it for like my thumbnails and stuff, and it's pretty good. Again, it's not necessarily for like
Well, like I do like
professional photo.
I do my bird photography, and I will take a lot of my photos and put them in Photoshop and do like color correction and levels and white balance and stuff like that. It's really good at doing that. Whereas like Clip Studio doesn't really have. It's got similar tools, but Photoshop is just better for that.
I gotcha. I think I've just been in Clip Studio so much that I wouldn't be able to like give a good comparison, because I mean they have like levels and tone curves and stuff in Clip Studio as well. But I don't do photography, so I would not be able to tell you how it compares. So I trust you on that one.
Now, gotta know, do you use vector layers for a lot of your drawings, or do you?
I do not.
Do you use raster?
I do not vector at all. I do not vector. I am a fool, and if I mess up, I mess up. I have to start over. But it does have like
your lines. I mean, I was kind of wondering because your lines are so clean.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, I don't use vector. That's that's my hands.
Very nice. Very nice.
But it does have a stabilization tool, so that's cool. I was also gonna say if you. Oh god, I love the stabilization. I was not using it for so long, and someone's like, "Why don't you use that?" I'm like, "Use what? Who? That's a thing? I've been struggling all this time for what?" But if anyone ever does want to play Pop Off 2, whenever we were first playing it, when it was in like its early stages, a lot of me and my friends actually got little cameos at the top. So if you guys ever get to the top, you'll see me there.
Awesome. I might have to check it out. Sounds fun. Sounds fun.
And you can play it with people. It's way more fun with people.
That sounds like it. Maybe I'll have to get the crew together and we'll do some stuff. All right, now this next one is an animation. Going on pixel art on us here.
Yeah, I don't know if you know Kirk Clayton, a VTuber. All right, well, he is a friend of mine, and he's been doing this VShojo pixel art series where he takes the VShojo girls and he's been putting them in a Pokemon fan game. And he's been doing really good with the pixel art, and I was like, oh man, that looks really fun. So I was like, I am a disgusting and obvious like twerp and Tom Cardy simp. I love their music so much. They went on tour and I just cried my eyes out because I couldn't go see them.
I didn't know Tom Cardy went on tour.
Not Tom Cardy, just twerp. But
okay, because like I just like Tom Cardy's short little YouTube songs because they're friggin' hilarious and.
Yeah, they're really fun. He has full songs too.
Oh yeah, he does. I mean,
yeah, they're really good.
Anybody who suggests that "Have You Checked Your Butthole" is not a full song, well, they're just wrong. He's wrong.
That's like a 3-minute song. That's a full song. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Look, you know how Beatles had #1 hits that were under 2 minutes long. Just saying.
There you go.
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone argue that Tom Cardy doesn't have full songs, but they can just be wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the twerp song Online came out, and then they did the Tom Cardy did a music video for it, and the vibes were just very this to me in my head, and I was like, you know what, this would fit the pixel art style so good. So I was like, I have to get this out of my head right now. The muses descended upon me and was like, you have to make this image, and so I did.
Yeah, it's pretty great. I like it. Great pixel art.
Thank you. It did not good on all of my social media. It did pretty good on Twitter. It did like. Look, it did not do great.
The algorithm's an asshole. Just.
Oh no, I know. I was just surprised. I was like, dang, I just spent time on this one, and they hated it.
All right. Next we
no.
have. No, you sent this to me.
Apparently,
did. You animated this?
I
They're packing heat, and I know that they know that I'm the man to beat. But when I step onto the street with a jingle in my feet, they know that I know that they know that they can fuck themselves.
There he is.
Short, but I mean, holy crap, that's good. That's really good.
You.
Like
I do animate.
Yeah, You know what? We're gonna play it again because that was so short.
I know that they're
It's on my
packing
YouTube
heat, and I
channel
know
if
that
you
they
wanna
know that
watch
I'm
it
the
on
man to be. But when I step onto the
Only
street
8
with a jingle in
seconds,
my
and
face, they know that I know that they know that they can fuck themselves.
One of my so this is probably one of my most viewed videos on my YouTube channel, and I'm like that's fair.
It's good.
But also, thank you. I had fun with it, and I had fun with like the art direction and making it look all westerny. But
I love that.
Tom Cardy actually saw it. He said it looked cool. Yeah, if you go on Twitter and look in the comments, he said nice, and I quote.
That's pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet.
It's pretty cool.
It's always nice when somebody that you follow and admire then comments positively on something you did.
I know. I'm like, oh, he noticed me. But I get my little love eyes out. I don't have a love emote on my face, but I get my love eyes out. Yeah. It was very cool. Senpai noticed me. Like a lot of comments I get on that are like, oh, make the full version, or oh, you need to show this to Tom Cardy, and I'm like, guys, he's just seen it. Please leave me alone. I don't feel comfortable making a full version, because number one, it's a lot of work, and it's a 5-minute song, and
yeah, how much work did you put in just for 8 seconds?
Oh my gosh, like a week of work for 8 seconds. And that was me like in full like hyperfixation mode too. Like if I would not be able to keep up that momentum for the full song. But I get it. Like I would like to make a full version, but it's just like I cannot realistically put myself into that.
Yep. And then this last one we're going to show is a work in progress that you want to
show.
So
yeah, so this is going from talking about working on a music video for 5 minutes. This coming up is my music video I'm working on, and it's a cover of a song. So I sang a song. This is me singing, which is always shocking to people for some reason. But this is me singing, and I have the full song ready, and I've been working on this animation for like a year, and it's still not done because I have a job.
Yeah.
And I don't always want to put my every waking hour into animating, so I've kind of just been doing it in my free time, and I try to work a little bit on it every day, but sometimes a little bit only looks like, part of a frame. So.
Hey, you go in spurts. You gotta do what you
gotta do. Yeah.
All right, well, here it is.
But, yeah.
Again,
there
short,
it is.
8 seconds so far, but
I'm very good at 8-second animations.
But it's very cute.
So,
it's
thank you.
It's got that, yeah. I like it.
So it's a full 3-minute song, and it is not all of that is not in order, and a lot of that is not even finished animation. I'm sure you can tell because there's like one shot in there that's like finished completely. And that's the one at the end, and that's kind of what it's gonna look like in the end. Mm-hmm. But the rest of it,
I'll say it's interesting to see the journey.
Yeah, no. After my plan is when I post it, I'm gonna be having an after party talking about the development of it, showing I have a lot of previs work where there's like character turnarounds. I have like early concept art, stuff like that. So I'm hoping that whenever it comes out, a lot of people will show up to the after party to talk about my nerdy adventure of trying to animate this, my like year-long adventure, and then I can also just like gush about people who have been helping me just in my emotion, in my like morality, like people just being moral support. And then like I have the girl who composed it. Her name is Annie Media, and she did a great job with the like mixing and everything and helping me because I don't know anything really about music. I just like to sing songs.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I like to sing.
Yeah.
I like music, but it's just like I know what a key is, but I don't know how to identify a key or sing in a key. I just go up there and I sing the karaoke. It's good.
Yeah, I like to sing. about the moon and the June and the spring. But if
Exactly.
you ask me to tell you the key, I wouldn't be able to tell you because I don't know the letters where they're applied to. I love it too. I don't know. But yeah, she was and is awesome. She does a lot of music stuff. And then I have a friend who's actually helping me animate, and they like animate professionally. So they've just been like in a lot of ways like a tutor for me just to kind of like improve where I am. And they're also the scene of the water. They are and did animate the water scene.
Cool.
So yeah, they're animating a couple scenes to help me, and I super appreciate them.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing the final product, and I'm sure all the viewers are as well.
I hope everyone is. I'm gonna be a nuisance about it whenever it's done. I'm gonna be posting it like every day for a month.
Well, we'll show it on Sunday Dusk. You know.
Oh,
Show it off. Yeah.
neat.
Cool.
I would appreciate that.
But now it's 8 o'clock, and you know what that means. It's that time,
Oh.
folks.
I don't know what that means.
It's time for Bird of the Day!
Yay!
Alright, let's get over to Bird of
Woo!
the Day.
Bird of the day.
Okay, I'm down here. You're over there. So today's Bird
I
of
feel
the Day.
tall.
You are tall. Look, I'm
I'm
actually
5'3".
even closer to the. Well, actually, no, I'm behind you. So actually, you think about it. I'm the size of a crow, so you'd actually have to be pretty small to me.
Oh, that makes more sense. I am 5'3", so this checks.
Yeah. So I asked you for a suggestion for the bird of the day, and you picked a bird called the potu. I love the potu, but I've already done the potu. But I'm like, okay, well, what's a similar bird? We need something with a big mouth. I'm like, I gotta find a bird with a big ol' mouth.
Pelican.
Ah, it's not a pelican. It's actually pretty closely related to the potu. It's in the same order. But today's bird of the day is the tawny frogmouth.
Look at that little cutie!
I know, look at him. It's like, are we sure that's a bird and not a Jim Henson creation?
It
Because
does look.
it's a fucking puppet right there.
It does look like a little puppet. That is a monster in the labyrinth if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. This thing's gonna honk. I got bonked. I got honked.
You got bonked.
Honk
You
bonked.
did get honk bonked.
But yes, the tawny frogmouth. I mean, look at this.
Drink some water.
Oh, we need drinks. Oh, I don't even have a water out. We got drinks.
Oh my gosh, you're slipping in the slow lane. Get you some water.
I just gotta go over to my mini fridge. It's right by my Sunday desk. Yeah, it's good. Okay. Looks like I grabbed a mango flavored water. All
Oh,
right.
yummy.
Well, we're gonna. Okay, I gotta drink the water. It's part of it.
Is it a sparkling water?
It is.
I'm so sorry. I don't like sparkling water, but I know a lot of people like it, so I should say congratulations. So, because you probably like it a lot.
I do, and it's how I got off of soda. So.
Ooh, see, I don't like soda that much, so it makes sense.
I'm drinking mango. I said mango. It's actually flavored. It's flavored after the bird.
You just snapped her head off and started sucking her innards.
Episode from 3 weeks ago. Yeah. But anyway, the tawny frogmouth. Let's learn a little bit more about.
Picture.
He sees what you did there. So they are not too big, but not too small either. 13 to 21 inches long, so that's gonna make them, a bit bigger than a crow. Actually, kind of medium to small-sized owl-sized, with a 25 to 38-inch wingspan, weighing about 5.5 to 19.6 ounce. But I mean, that's actually like that's a really broad range, and yeah, you do see bigger ranges depending on where they live. But for the most part, your 13-inch ones are rare. Your 21-inch long ones are rare. It's going to be a bell curve kind of in the middle of all these ranges is what you're going to see. Although the males tend to be about 10 to 20% bigger than the females. They have about a 14-year lifespan in the wild. It seems to be about their average. But the oldest one in captivity lived to be 30 years old. So, it's pretty good.
Old burb.
Yep. And as you can see, they are an Australian bird. Now, in the middle there, where you get that bits of blue, it's where they don't live. But even those bits of orange in the middle, they're pretty rare. They like trees And the outback is not really.
I'm gonna say I don't know that they picked a weird place to live if they like trees.
Yeah. For the most part, you're going to see them in the coastal regions, and actually the most dense populations of the tawny frogmouth is on Tasmania. That's where you're going to see the highest population density of these little guys. But yeah, especially in the southwest region, which I'm sorry, I don't know my Australian states that well. Is that New South Brunswick? Is it Queensland? I don't know.
There's literally a state that is just South Australia.
Which I think is that smaller bit that's directly above Tasmania. So
I think so.
But either way, the southeast is where most of them live, but they can be found throughout the entire country. So good on them. And yeah, they're part of the Podargiformes, which is the Potu is also in that order. But then frogmouths are in the family Podargidae. And yeah, there's like 13 different species of frogmouth. But we're talking about the tawny because I like the tawny.
He's a cutie. That's why.
So, I mean, look at that bird. It's just like. It's
I
like
want to pet him so bad.
I know, right? Just like a little fluff ball. It almost looks like a Furby if like a Furby was a bird.
It does. Furbies are kind of birds.
Well,
they
have
beaks. They got beaks, and they be yapping.
They do be yapping. But as you can see, they are Podargiformes. So even though that they are kind of owl-like in appearance, they have kind of those striking colors in their eyes like many species of owls. They got big old beaks like owls. Their talons are nowhere near that of an owl. They
I can see that little toe.
Yeah, it's got tiny little feet on them. Owls are strigiforms, so no, not really a close relation to an owl, even though they do have some visual similarities.
Owl-ish.
Now,
oh.
So they're
look at that little nerd.
Yeah, the little baby. Yeah, they're just tiny little scruff balls when they're born. They're
like, scrunkly.
Little, yeah, with little grouchy. Oh, it's a 30-year-old grouchy grandpa. That's like a 30-hour-old grouchy grandpa right there.
Yeah.
And then the top one
Benjamin Button.
The top one is a little thing they do to actually. That's a camouflage technique that they do.
Like, they want to look like a stick.
Yeah, or like a broken branch on the edge of a stick. Because like if you're just going by and see that, especially if their eyes are closed, that could be. You'd be like, oh, that's just part of the branch, and move on by. But yeah, we're gonna have to talk about the reproductive things as well. These mate for life.
They're in love.
Yep, usually at about 1 to 2 years old, they will find a mate, and those two will be very close for the rest of their lives. They even do a neat thing when they're roosting at night and sleeping on a branch. They will scoot up right next to each other and like cuddle while they sleep. They keep contact with each other while they're sleeping, and I think that's super cute.
That is cute. They snuggle.
And then they will spend a lot of time, preening and grooming each other and feeding each other and just doing like little lovey-dovey things that, well, not lovey-dovey, lovey frogmouthy. They're not doves. But you know what I mean.
Frog-mouthy lovey.
Yeah, so they keep a close bond, and the only thing that will separate them is if one of them happens to die, which is very sad.
Lovey tawny.
Yeah. And then they will typically use the same nest, or at least the same area, for many, many years. And what they're gonna do is they're gonna build their nests in like nooks of trees, like where branches like meet the trunk, places where there's already kind of like a natural little like cup area-ish. You know what I mean?
They just try to find a pre-established place. They're not building from the ground up.
Yeah, because they're not very good nest builders. They're basically like, I'm just going to drop sticks into this little crevice of the tree here, and then I'm going to drop some smaller stuff until it kind of resembles a nest. And a good windstorm can just completely take their nest out, or like a larger animal hitting it, but it can be a problem.
Puts a stick down. This is my nest.
They don't build very good nests, but luckily they're smart enough to build them in places that do hold up really well, because obviously they're still alive. But yeah, both parents will take turns incubating, but during the day, the male does almost all the incubating during the day, where they kind of trade off in the middle of the night. So that's kind of neat.
Aw, cute.
And once the chicks are born, both parents are going to go hunting and bring back some food for the baby chicks. And so both parents are going to take turns doing that. So it's always nice to see, good cooperative parenting, unlike those hummingbirds where the dad's just like, oh, you're pregnant? Bye.
Wow.
Or
What a useless bird. Useless
or the emperor penguin
dad.
where the females are like, hey, honey, I laid this egg. Could you hold it for a second? Sure, hon. And then the female disappears for the next 8 months.
Deadbeat
and
moms.
leave the males. So it's like, there's some deadbeats all around, both males and females around the bird world, but the frogmouse, good parents. Crows, also very good parents. Also good older siblings. Yeah.
I would think so.
And then
I have a lot of crow friends.
Yeah. And then there's going to be 1 to 3 chicks per clutch. Most of the time it's going to be 2, but occasionally 1 and occasionally 3. Yeah. And and then they come out looking like that.
Like that. Like a little scrunkle.
A little scrunkle. Now, would you like to hear what they sound like?
I would. I was gonna say I don't. I'm gonna. I'll open the stream. Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna mute. I love it. It goes.
Yep.
It's like a little dolphin.
Little bird there, but yeah, look at these little guys.
Oh,
yeah, you're right. It does sound a little bit like a dolphin.
I didn't hear the second bird cameo.
You didn't hear the second.
I turned it off before the second cameo.
Yeah, they got little high-pitched squeaks, and yeah, you're absolutely right that they sound very similar to a dolphin. But yeah, it's pretty cute. It's pretty cute. Yeah.
I want to give them a little kiss on their head.
This is why people might mistake them for owls if you just see them looking like this.
Yeah, they look pretty owl-like.
They almost look like majestic and fearsome in this look. And they are fearsome. These guys are carnivorous. They are hunters. They like to hunt larger insects, which in Australia... They have large insects in Australia, so...
yeah, I was going to say, fantastic.
Yeah,
because they're in the right place.
But they'll also eat, like, small little lizards, geckos and stuff, or small mammals. And they don't, like I said, they don't have the big talons that an owl does. They're really more of a
they got them big old mouths.
Swoop down, grab it in that big old mouth, and eat it up that way. They also are known, they're decent at hawking, which is catching a flying... prey in the middle of the air, so they're pretty good at that. I mean, all they have to do is just open their mouth and fly straight. They're
yeah.
Catch a few things. It's pretty easy when your mouth is that big. But yeah, there's actually a favorite bird of Australian farmers because these guys eat things that kill crops. These guys have no interest in the crops, but they sure love to eat the things that eat the crops. So farmers are like, yeah, the farmers encourage having frogmouths around. It's free pesticides,
Yeah, and they're cute.
And they're cute. They're fun to see around. I mean, come on, who would want to be hanging out on your little ranch and you look up in the tree and you see a couple of frogmouths just chilling?
Yeah, they probably like to have a nest, a nest in quotation marks in your little barn.
Mm-hmm. Now these guys, like you said, they have excellent camouflage, and you can tell that just by looking at their feathers. Their feathers look like bark.
They do.
They have some of the, like, if they're up in a tree, and especially if their eyes are closed, it's gonna be really hard. And then you saw in the previous slide when they do that thing where they kind of point their head forward. That's kind of their camouflage mode, and they, yeah, it's done well to keep them alive because they do have some predators. There are some large hawks and eagles in Australia that might want to eat one of these guys, or if they're found on the ground, a dingo might like to eat them. So there are some animals that will, eat a frogmouth, but they're not going to be the main diet for anything else. They're a much harder prey to get than other things, so they really don't have a ton to fear against bigger predators. Obviously, when they're fledglings and chicks, they're far more vulnerable. as is true for, well, every bird.
Anything, yeah.
But so yeah, the adult ones don't have a lot of predators, but they have a few. And so, but the camouflage has really helped keep them alive. I think once they reach adulthood, they probably have a pretty good chance of living a good long life. Now, the interesting thing is that Australia is a land of contrast, to say the least. It gets very hot there, but it can also get very, very cold there. In high heat, they're found that, like, their rate of breathing can increase, like, 8-fold. But they do it with their mouth closed. And they're basically just in through their little nostrils on the beach, just going...
Oh, no.
But apparently, it's almost like panting. But, like...
Oh.
But it helps keep them cool. And then they're also able to, like, splay out their feathers to allow, like, air get in. And they do some other techniques with, like, putting their wings out. So they got to do ways to deal with the heat. But when it gets cold, they're actually one of the species of bird that can go into torpor. And torpor it's not hibernation. It's, like, kind of a short-term hibernation where they basically, their heartbeat goes down to, like, less than a beat per second. And they can just kind of go into like a, just a suspended state, and can help them get through really cold nights and just conserve the energy they have and keep just enough heartbeat just to keep them alive. And then once it warms back up, they're good again. Because there's not many species of bird that can do a torpor. I mean, we're mentioning them again, but hummingbirds are famous for going into torpor because they just got tiny little bodies whose hearts beat at like 1 million times a minute. It's like,
yeah, they gotta. They be going.
Yeah.
Don't they have to always fly, or is that a myth?
No, they land. They have feet.
Oh, okay.
Now, hummingbirds' feet are too short and small for them to walk, but they can perch. And they can kind of scoot a little bit left and right on a perch, but they cannot walk. So yeah, flight is their main transportation. But yeah, they perch. They perch.
I didn't know that. I was told the lie that hummingbirds have to fly at all times or they'll die.
No. You're thinking. I was gonna make a joke, but I couldn't think
I'm thinking of a Pokemon.
Yeah, you're thinking. Yeah, you're thinking of one of the flying Pokemons, like a Magneton. They are always flying.
Well, Spoink. Spoink is a Pokemon that if it stops bouncing, it'll die.
Oh no.
I know.
I feel like these guys could be a Pokemon.
They do look Pokemon-esque, the big old red eyes.
Yeah. But last point that we are happy to say is that on the endangered species list, they are a species of least concern. And we got a bot. I'm going to take care of that entire Hasio. Thank you. But yeah, least concern. Their populations have stayed stable, and they are,
they're
not
good.
endangered. It's very good. So we're good.
They get to eat all the bugs and get in there, find their loves of their life, and have a baby or two, and that's all they're simple birds. That's all they want.
Simple birds.
Simple little birds.
So, my thoughts, I mean, come on. How can I not have anything but positive things to say about the tawny frogmouth? They are adorable and cute, and they're like, it's like, how is this a real animal, right?
It's the everyman bird. Everyone, I think, can relate to this little bird. Just out there minding its own business, chirping, going.
It's just like, it's almost kind of weird to think that these guys are carnivorous hunters, right? Like, no, you're not a hunter. You're just a cute little guy.
You're just a little guy. You're just a little scrunkle.
Yeah. They're cute. I love their camouflage. I love their look. I love their giant beaks. They're just, I mean, I got nothing bad to say about these guys. These guys are not top
10.
tier. They're not top tier because top tier is only corvids. But, they're like right underneath that.
Like a 9.
Yeah, like a 9.
Like a 9 out of 10.
Solid 9 out of 10. We like it. They look like a puppet from the Dark Crystal. Exactly what we were saying earlier.
Yeah, we did say that. Yep. We said
Remind me of the bird. What bird? Bird with power. What power?
Power of.
They do sound like dolphins. Yeah. You got anything else to add before we close this out?
I could not be more happy with the bird that was chosen for me.
Well, I'm glad
this
that
is
you
the
liked
cute
it.
little bird.
Yeah. So you already knew about the Potu. Now you got to learn about something similar. But it's awesome.
Little Australian baby.
Yes. we love them. All right. Well, we're gonna call this bird of the day done, and we're gonna head
Yay!
back to the studio.
Back to the studio we go.
Oh.
Oh,
Hold on.
oh
hold
no.
on,
Oh
hold on.
no.
I just gotta hop on my perch here.
Yeah, you.
There we
I was
go.
gonna say you you fell out of your chair.
I dropped the candy. I dropped the candy.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
oh, yeah. I'm so sorry. It's slippery.
It's okay. But yes, we are now going to get into our final segment, which is the game of the week.
We're gonna play a game.
Now, so as we talked earlier, you are an artist. So
I have been called such.
Today, we are going to quiz you about art.
Oh.
And
That sounds hard.
We're going to play a little game called Name the Painting. I'm going to go show you a classic, famous painting.
Oh, God.
And I'll give you the artist, and you're going to have to name it. Now, this is multiple choice.
Okay.
So
that makes it a little easier.
Yeah. I was thinking this one was just like, I was going through and I'm like, you know what? If I don't make this multiple choice, this is going to be way too hard. So
yeah, can you hide the multiple choice first to see if to give me hard mode first and then show the multiple choice after you show the painting?
I can, and
if it would be too difficult, we don't have to play hard mode.
Nope, there's one way I know how to do this. Well, let's see here. There we go.
Oh, thank you, Rodney. Always a gem. Always a gentleman.
I hope I can make him big enough.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this
Perfect.
might not work. This might not work. He's kind of oddly shaped. Rodney, go away. Nope. I got a better thing. We got...
What? You don't want to look at Rodney's crotch?
No one wants to look at Rodney's crotch. But we do have...
You have a big bird wing.
Actually, maybe I'll just stand up here. Okay.
Yeah, that
I
probably
don't know
works.
if he's gonna work.
It's okay.
Well,
it was just an idea.
Are you ready to start playing? Okay.
I'm ready. That's The Kiss by Klimt.
Okay. See, I didn't even have to. Yeah. So. Oh! This is perfect.
Oh God! It's growing.
But it's a perfect.
It's closer to the camera.
It's a perfect shape.
Oh, it is. It's good. There we go.
But yes, so you're saying The Kiss by so it's
by
like
Klimt.
yeah. Okay, so you know what? If you can get it before we show the your things, I'm gonna gonna give that a bonus point.
Hey.
So you get 2 points for this one. So now you got a total of 40 possible points instead of 20.
Oh my God! I'm gonna get extra credit.
Plus, yeah, we love extra credit. But
It
okay,
started
so
out
I
with
mean,
a
my
kiss.
other answers
How did
were
it end up like this?
Okay, this is gonna be a little tricky. I'm gonna have to. I'm going
The
between
other
a lot of different
answers-
scenes here. Okay, so I said the embrace, the kiss, lovers at dawn, and the honeymoon, but you knew that it was immediately the kiss. And yes, it is the kiss. Coming up with fake titles for paintings is hard.
Well, I mean, you can also just look at similar stuff. If I did this, I'd probably do this. I would look at other stuff that
Well,
oh gosh, I haven't even.
This is done by James Abbott McNeil. Are you?
I haven't even. I haven't even.
Do you recognize the painting at least?
I don't.
Wow! Oh God!
Oh God!
Oh God!
You're entering a wormhole.
No, I accidentally resized VTube Studio. Okay, so this is. God, this candy's just on top of me now.
It's so big.
The Grey Widow, The Funeral, The Grandmother, or Arrangement in Grey and Black #1?
I would guess The Grey Widow.
The Grey Widow. Okay.
Yeah, that would be my guess.
Well, it is actually Arrangement in Grey and Black
No!
#1.
I have failed you, McNeil, an artist I had no idea existed.
The candy has taken over. I wonder if there's a way I can make the candy. Oh, I could set up a hot link to make it go away and back, but you know what? Actually, I'm gonna make this go away here.
You do what you gotta do.
There's a better way to do this. Hold on a second. I'm just going to add the image. Okay, image. We're gonna go. Doesn't even need to be candy.
I believe that it's a famous painting. It is just not one that I have
Yeah, I'm
am
actually
familiar
surprised
with.
you're not familiar
Yeah,
with
I've
it.
never seen it.
Let's see, what's a good one?
I never watched the Mr. Bean movie.
All right, we're gonna use Mango to cover it up because we like Mango.
Cutie. Thank you, Mango.
Okay.
The mango of censorship.
Now I don't have to keep going because VTube Studio and PowerPoint are on the same they're on the same screen. So
Yeah.
all right. Well,
All right.
this is by Jan Van Eyck. So, do you know the name of it?
I do not, off the top of my head, know the name of it.
Well, I went hard mode for you on this one. Because is this the Aldenburg portrait, the Arnolfini portrait, the Van Hoensbroek portrait, or the Faioli portrait?
Oh God.
I've also always thought the dude in this one on the left looks like Vladimir Putin.
He does. He does look like that. At least the dog looks like a dog and not like a monstrosity.
Yeah.
Because a lot of paintings around this time had very questionable animal
Yes.
representations.
And yes, you're
I
right,
think...
Hasio. There is somebody in the mirror. If you see the larger version of this, it's kind of cool.
Yeah. I think it's Aldenburg portrait?
All right, you're going to go with Aldenburg. All right.
I am. I keep going with A because I'm a fool.
Sorry, it's the Arnolfini portrait.
I thought it started with an A. I know,
it does.
I lost
It does. You're close.
I know, you tricked me. You're like, he, this one's similar.
The Corvus Twig quizzes are not necessarily easy. People are like,
no.
Oh, I did so bad. It's like, okay, this was a quiz that you had absolutely zero preparation or knowledge of beforehand. So, all right. This is Hieronymus Bosch.
This is the crazy one.
Oh, this is one of my favorite paintings of all time. I love this painting. And it's huge, and you kind of need to see it like in its full size to really... But...
Oh gosh, this is... Is this the Garden of Eden? What is this? That's the one I'm gonna go with. It's not right,
well,
but that's what I'm going with.
Let's show you, because two of the answers are close to that. So we have the Garden of Earthly Delights, Eden, Playground of the Devil, or the Court of Dionysus.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Is it just the Garden of Earthly Delights?
Well, that's a question. Here's the thing that
this isn't Jeopardy. I'm sorry.
Oh, this isn't Jeopardy. I want you to say your answer with confidence. Be wrong. Be confidently wrong. You know.
Oh, okay. The Garden of Earthly Delights. Yep, that one.
You're going with A, and you are correct.
Yep, again.
This is the Garden of Earthly Delights. It is a phenomenal painting. There's so much detail in it. It's huge. Look it up online because you can find some like super high res scans of it that can.
Oh, it's crazy.
You'll just find new things every time you look at it. It's amazing.
I've seen this one before, and I've seen some of the detail shots, and I'm like, oh my god, there's just so much going on. I knew that it was. I figured it was a garden of something. I was like, I had in my brain. I was like, this feels familiar.
All right. Oh,
no, not
Mango.
Orgy in Hell. It's Orgy in Heaven.
Mango back in here. All right. So we have Georges Seurat.
Oh, this is like this is Oh gosh, it has like a really easy name. It's like it's either like Sunday Morning or The Park.
Well,
I'm gonna go with The Park.
Well, we're gonna show you the answers. And you know what?
Okay, so I guess it's not The Park.
Here's the thing. If you throw out a guess before I show the answers, I'm not going to count that as wrong. You'll still get a chance to answer. So.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, if anything, I'm a nice guy. We're not playing for
I think you're a nice guy.
So, we have a crowded park on Sunday, a Saturday afternoon
Nuh-uh.
a sunny afternoon in a park in Paris, or a Sunday afternoon on the island of Le Grand Jatte.
I think it's D, because I was like, it's like a Sunday afternoon or something.
Okay. Gonna go with D.
I'm gonna go with D.
All right. Well, D's right.
Yay! I have approximate knowledge.
There you go.
It's not like Kimped where it's just kiss, period.
I mean, you're gonna see a lot of very, very famous paintings in this one here. I just always like the woman on the right, how it's like her back is straight, kind of curving in, and then ass straight out.
Boom. Well, that's how they had their dresses. Their dresses were like, they had the, like, it looks crazy in the painting because like it's exaggerated, the shapes are, but like that's pretty that's pretty much what they wore.
Yeah, but I mean that was
straight back to
that
Rogue.
was the dress style there. Her
Rouge.
ass actually didn't stick that far out, so.
Yeah. No, she didn't have that gat out there for the Rizzler.
All right. Well, this is a Picasso.
Oh, yeah, this is Picasso. This is the Is this I mean, these are the prostitutes, but that's not what the painting is called. Is it just called like
Unfortunately,
or is it called?
It was in French, so is it going to be Les Femmes à Bien, Les Demoiselles d'Avignon,
It's
Les Bains
B.
Publics, or Vestiaires Femmes?
I think it's B. It's Les Demoiselles d'Avignon.
All right. Well,
Pretty
you'd be
sure.
correct.
Yeah.
You are correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it's like the women of the place. And
Yep.
I'm like, I don't know the French.
Yeah, and I just went to an English to French translator and just typed in like the public bath or women in the bath and stuff like that. It's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's probably not. Totally...
Picasso actually was if you see some of his, like, before he decided that he wanted to do cubism, he was like crazy good at like anatomy and stuff, and people were like, well, he just couldn't draw. I'm like, that's not true. He could draw.
The thing is,
but that doesn't. He just was a shitty person. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, well. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, this is
I don't know
not
this
Monet,
one.
but Manet.
Manet. Yeah.
Manet. And
there's another one. There's another one of the Monet people that the guy who did the apple, and it's so confusing.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know this
That
one.
might be coming up. Well, is this un pique-nique dans les bois, le déjeuner sur les herbes, le quête de nourriture dans la forêt, or une conversation en forêt?
Oh God, who knows? I'm gonna go with B.
You're gonna go with B, and you.
Yep.
Whoop, that's Mango.
There's Mango. I would be.
You are
correct.
Good job.
Oh yeah, I'm doing awesome.
Good job. Good job.
Plus my extra credit is gonna even out the ones that I didn't know.
Look,
It
I
doesn't sound
in,
real. What do you mean? It looks real to me.
I typed into English to French and typed picnic in, I think, picnic in the clearing or something like that, and that's what came up. So.
You know how women are.
All right.
Oh
whoops.
no, I got the thing.
Oh well.
It's composition A though.
It's composition with red, blue, and yellow.
No. A. Composition A.
Okay, you said composition A. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Sorry,
I could be wrong.
I should have put composition A as answer A because that's just confusing. That's my bad. Okay.
No, you're good.
Well, the thing is that all four of these answers are paintings by Piet Mondrian. So.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I was pretty sure it was composition. I'm still going with B because I was pretty sure that's I'll be wrong, but I'm doing it.
You are wrong. It is composition with red, blue, and yellow. There's another painting that looks almost exactly like
exactly
this one,
like
that is
it.
composition
Yeah,
A. So
it's hard.
This is a hard one. That's almost like a trick question on it.
You little
really
rat,
hey,
Mondrian.
Yeah.
You're not the rat, Corp.
All right, Mango, get back up there.
Thank you, Corp. Or thank you, Mango.
Mango's a good bird.
Oh,
All right,
this is like the revolution.
All right. Well, it is a revolution. Do you know the exact title of it?
I thought it was just like the French Revolution, so I guess not.
Well, let's see the answers because a lot of them are on that theme.
Oh no.
So we have the fall of King Charles X, the Charge of Liberty, Liberty leading the people, or the Liberation of France.
I'm gonna go with D.
The Charge of Liberty?
No, D like a dog. The Liberation of France.
The Liberation of France. Okay. Okay.
I feel like it's B now. I feel like you told me the answer on accident.
Well, no, not necessarily.
I'm still going with mine. I'm
going
committed.
with D? We're going with D?
Yeah, I'm going with D.
Liberation of France? Well, I'm sorry.
Yep.
It's actually neither
No!
D nor D. It is C. It is liberty
You
leading
rat!
the people.
Yeah, Coldplay.
Coldplay.
You know the song.
Yeah.
When I ruled the world or whatever. F, too hot for TV. Yeah, you didn't censor them tatas. Are you worried?
Well, I mean, I think
They
Coldplay
don't-
also wrote a song about a Salvatore Dali painting.
Did
called,
they?
Yeah, it's called Clocks.
I don't heard that song, but I think you're making a joke at me.
All right, let's get Mango back up there. And next question. All right, this is, well, we do have a Monet now.
A
Little
Monet.
plot
Yeah, there's
Monet.
like Manet, Monet, and then there's the other guy whose name I
Minet.
can't remember. Manet. It's messed up. It's messed up. How are you
Monet.
supposed to keep up with all of these?
Mornay.
I actually don't know this particular. This isn't Lilies in the Water, so I don't know what it is.
All right, well, let's go to the answers then. It is either
Yeah.
A, Impression of Water, B, Port Le Havre, C, Sunset on the Harbor, or D, Impression Sunrise.
I want to say Port La Harva, but it could literally just be Impression of Water because that's kind of how Monet was. They're just like, this is what it is. But I also want to say, I'm going to say B.
Port
I'm going to go with my first, I'm going to go with my gut.
Well,
My
trivia,
gut is often wrong,
trivia
but
question. This is a painting of the Port Le Havre.
Mhm.
However, Monet titled it Impression Sunrise.
Yeah, see, he would.
Yeah,
Jerk.
he would. He would. He's a jerk
He
like
would.
that.
He would.
It's a really
Impression Sunrise.
striking painting if you see it in person because that red sun just pops so much.
I mean, it's popping pretty good in this picture, but like,
It is
yeah, you can't. It's hard to, you know, compare with the real life
Oh yeah.
because them oil paintings.
Yeah, there's some paintings when you see them in person, like seeing a digital copy of it versus seeing it in person, and when just seeing the vibrancy and the depth of color that people can do with paint in person, it's
Yeah, and especially like you also don't get like a scale like with that other one.
Oh yeah.
It's like whoa.
All right.
Oh,
this is Edward
gosh.
Hopper, a famous, very famous contemporary painting.
I know this. I don't know this one's name off the top. If I see it, unless you did something tricksy, I think it's just like what is it? Night something? Nighthawks or something like that.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
You're gonna get the bonus point. This is
Nighthawks.
So it
Hey!
said Nighthawks, Night Owls, Midnight Diner, or Nightlight, and there you go. You got the
Yeah.
extra credit on this one. Nighthawks.
Yay!
Good
I was
job.
like, because it has a kind of like a weird name.
Yep. But you got it. You knew it.
I did.
Good
I
job.
remembered. Thank you,
Alright.
Mango.
All right. Well, here's Salvatore Dali.
This is what is
His
this?
most
Perception
famous painting.
of time or whatever.
Well, would you like to see the answers or throw out a guess?
I'm gonna throw out my it's perception something or other. I'm pretty sure. I think it's
Okay.
perception of time. I'm gonna go with that. I can be wrong though.
The word perception or time is in any
Really?
of the answers. So
Oh, okay. Well,
we have the
the persistence of memory.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
that one.
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
It's not just the melting clocks or surrealism
It is
number
not.
4 or the fading of thought, but it is
It is the
indeed
persistence of memory.
Yes.
Yeah,
His-
I got
his
it. I got
most
my stuff
famous
mixed up.
painting. It's, man, we love Dali. Dali was,
Oh, he's a freak.
yeah, he was weirdo.
Respectfully.
Yeah. Some of the things he did would definitely get him canceled these days. Woo.
Well, you know, that mustache alone, I think.
I love that
Cancelable
mustache.
offense.
All right, another Picasso.
Another Picasso. This is like an early one, an early Picasso, I think. Or am I wrong? I don't know.
I don't know.
He had like a period where he was doing a lot of collage. I actually don't know. I have not seen this one, so I have no idea what this is.
Okay, well, you're gonna be guessing here. Is this
Okay.
street musicians, jazz trio, buskers, or 3 musicians?
I'm gonna say 3 musicians just based off of Picasso's naming conventions.
Well, you went with your instincts and you were correct.
Yay! Purple Guy and Freddy Fazbear's. It is Michael Afton. Or no, well, or it could be either actually. Both of them are purple.
It's
I don't.
It's a good painting.
It's
I
like-
like it. It's very colorful.
It's cool. It is cool. Very
All
blocky.
right. We got a Rembrandt right here.
Yeah, I don't know this one.
Oh.
I feel like I've seen it, but it doesn't ring any bells.
No mango this time then. So we have
No mango.
The Conquerors of the Island of Pampas, Battle Preparations, The Night Watch, or Guard of Rotterdam.
I want to. It's the Night Watch. That's feeling correct to me.
Is that your final answer?
My final answer is the Night Watch. Turning it in.
All right. Well, you're correct.
Yay!
It is the Night Watch. All right. It seems like a lot of people to be watching at night, but
hey, I mean, you know,
everybody's
like, taking a nap.
Well, and the thing is, they're all clustered up together. It's like spread out. You can see more.
Yeah. Are y'all all watching the same campfire? What are you doing?
Yeah. Oh, this is nice. I can just alt tab over to.
Oh.
Okay. Well, this is by Diego Rivera, Mexican artist.
Yeah, he was. Was he not? Is he the one who was married to Frida Kahlo?
I believe so. Yeah. I don't have any Frida Kahlo on here. I should have put up Frida.
Oh dang! It's okay. I'm not familiar with. I've seen the painting. I can't think of the name.
Okay. Well, it is going to be either the burden, the basket, the field worker, or the flower carrier.
The field worker.
Gonna go with field worker. Is that your final
Yep.
answer?
Final answer. C. Field worker.
I'm sorry, it was the flower
No!
carrier. The flower carrier.
Dang it.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I disappointed you, Mango.
Hey,
there he is.
There he is.
There he is.
Magritte.
Magritte.
Do you know the name of it?
I don't think I don't know it off the top of my head. I think when I see it, I'll know it, unfortunately. I wish I could remember it because it's something, I think it's something pretty simple.
Yeah, well, all four answers here are Rene Magritte.
How dare
paintings,
you?
So,
How dare you? How dare you?
So we have the Son of
Man.
Oh,
it's the Son of Man.
Yeah, you know it's the Son of Man. Well, we also have Golconda, the Treachery of Images, and the False Mirror. Look at the False Mirror. The False Mirror is an awesome painting. Check that one out.
I'll have to check it out. I don't know it by name. Yeah,
yes, correct. It is the Son of Man.
Yeah, I was like, I cannot think of the name, but yeah, like I said, once I saw it, I was like, boom.
Yep.
It's like Tarzan.
Yeah, it's a self-portrait, except there's an apple in front of his face.
He's striking.
I had a friend who went as this for Halloween one year, where he's like dressed in the full suit with the hat and everything, and then he just had like a little stick that he affixed to his tie that just had the apple in front of his face that he could easily remove, but you know.
That's cool. That's a cool idea.
It was clever. It was clever. All right. Ooh,
that is really fun.
All right. We got a Jackson Pollock painting, which just seems unfair.
Is this the yeah, this is the autumn one.
Well, again, every answer here is a Jackson Pollock painting. So, is this
all right,
number
well,
5,
that's fine.
1948, Convergence, 1, number 31, 1950, or Mural?
Go with Convergence. That seems cool. I like that one.
All right, Convergence is incorrect. This is number 5, 1948.
Of course, obviously.
Obviously, can't you tell?
Can't you tell? From the yellow in the center, it's screaming number 5, 1948.
Yeah, Jackson Pollock paintings are another one of those ones where, like, if you look at them on a picture of it, it just like, well, that's just garbage. But when you see it in person, it's totally different.
I think it looks pretty cool as the picture, but I mean, yeah, you can. It's got a lot of texture in person. When you machine gun them out.
With Pollock, people always say, well, I could do that. And the response is always, but you didn't.
Yeah. I mean, that's the response of a lot of modern art. Like, well, I could do that. And I was like, why didn't you? If you're so great.
All right. Pierre Auguste Renoir.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with this one.
Oh, you've never seen this one? My parents actually had this one in their house for a while.
The real human one?
Well, not the actual painting, but...
oh, okay.
You know,
I was like, that's crazy.
A print of it, you know. Nice.
Well, that's still cool.
Print. All right. So this is La Grenoire, Bal du Moulin de la Galette, Luncheon of the Boating Party, or Les Gens Magnettes dans un Café.
I like A. I'm gonna go with A. I like A. I like how you said it. All right. Well, I'll go fuck myself. It's fine.
Bal du Moulin de la Galette.
All right. Galleta.
I know. It's like, why did I throw one in English? That was actually kind of.
I don't know,
because
'cause it was funny.
It was a little bit of a trap. I did that intentionally. It's just like, yeah.
I was like, I don't trust that one.
All right. Hokusai's.
Oh.
Maybe the most famous painting to come out of
Yeah.
Japan in America. Like, you know,
Yep.
as far as Americans are concerned, it's the most famous Japanese painting.
I feel like I should know what this is called. And I don't think that I don't remember it off the top of my head. And I might not remember it when I see it. I want to say, isn't it just like, it feels like it should just be called like Tidal Wave.
Well, let's see the answers. Is it the wave over Hagi, the great wave off Kamakura, the great wave over Fuji, or the great wave off Kanagawa?
How dare you?
I definitely didn't make this one easy.
No. I wanna say it's Fuji. I'm pretty sure it's the Great Wave over Fuji.
Well, that is Mount Fuji in the background, so.
Yeah, I mean, I can still be wrong. That's just my guess.
All right, Great Wave over Fuji. I'm sorry, that is not correct. It is the Great
Oh,
Wave off
dang it.
Kanagawa.
I am ashamed. I feel like
Yeah,
I should have
I
known.
think
I was like, I think it's just called Tidal Wave, right?
I think
It's like,
some people
well,
have just called it the Wave or something, but
the
no,
Great Wave, yeah.
The direct translation of the title that Hokusai named it was the Great Wave off of Kanagawa.
Got it. Well, I got that wrong. I really thought I was gonna be somebody when I showed up, and I was like, that's Klimt. Easy kiss. And
All
here
right,
I am looking like a fool.
Well, we got one more to go.
All right. Oh, that's the birth of Venus.
Okay, 2 bonus points on this one.
Yay!
That is correct. Yeah.
Hooray!
Finished with an easy one. Yeah, I'm like,
Nice.
Is this the birth of Venus, the rise of Aphrodite, the court of Venus, or the creation of Eve?
Those are all really good.
Coming
Those
up
are
with
good.
fake answers is hard.
I think you did great. Like, if I didn't literally just know that this was the birth of Venus, I would definitely be like, I'm not sure. I think that the fact that you put the creation of Eve in there when it looks so like Renaissance is messed up.
I know, right? Well.
Like, if you don't know, then it could be easily.
Yeah, well, and also Aphrodite, who is, well, the Greek.
It is like Venus, yeah. It's like, oh, these could be right.
All right, well, that is the end of the quiz. Out of 20 questions, you got 14.
I got 14.
Yeah, well, you had the help. You got a couple bonus ones in there. You got a little extra credit, as we said. So 14 out of 20 for naming old paintings. That's pretty good. You should be proud.
I think I did great because I got some of those just off the rip.
Yeah, I think you did pretty good. I think Hasio did pretty good playing along there. Hasio seemed to be doing well, and that's what I liked about these games is you can kind of play along at home.
Yeah,
unless it
another
shows
year
up
at art
and then
college.
the guest immediately says the answer, and you're like, oh, okay, there we go. But you did great.
Sorry, I messed up the game.
Don't you ever apologize for being good at something. I don't apologize for being good at art, because you very clearly are, so everybody should follow Tiruff Misu and, check out.
Yeah.
Well, before we head out, is there anything that you would like to plug or let our guests know before we head on out of here?
Yeah, I mean, I'll plug my YouTube channel. I've been posting every Tuesday and Thursday. I've been posting Let's Plays occasionally. If you like shorts, I'll put animations in my shorts if you want to keep up with that. And follow my Twitter for updates on the music video. I don't really have a set date for when it's coming out, but I'm trying to keep it. Hopefully it'll come out this year, but I don't know. I'm not trying to kill myself over it because it is just kind of a passion project that I'm trying to have fun with. But yeah, follow me on YouTube, Tiruff Misu on pretty much everything. And then if you are not interested in my Let's Plays or my shorts animations and you just want to see the music video, just follow my Twitter for art. And the music video will be there eventually as well.
Sweet. We're looking forward to seeing it. I don't have too much more to announce. Dre Frig's friend Poonybon is going to be on next week, so look forward to that.
Ooh.
And we'll see you all soon. Have a great Memorial Day, and if you're non-American, we'll have just
a great
Monday. Yeah, we will see you all next time, and yeah, good night.
Good night. Have a birdie day.